Yeah, we don't have a deadline. We have a clock.
Doc, Landry had 23 points tonight, his most as a Clipper. He had that 10-point stretch to kind of seal the game. What would you think of his performance today?
It was great. You know, it was ball movement. I thought after the initial shock of the zone, thought we handled it very well. You know, we just moved the ball, spaced the floor, and got great shots. And, you know, it always comes down to guys making shots, and we did that.
Doc, is there an advantage when you play this team within a 10-day period to really figure them out?
You know, I don't know. I think it makes it more competitive. I don't know if it's an advantage one way or the other because it'd be an advantage for them, too. They played us, you know. So, but I've always thought when you play a team within a week, that second game is usually a dogfight, just probably because of that.
Doc, over here. Sorry.
Way to just okay, go ahead.
The microphone came in front of my face. I just started going. I would have, whether or not it was
Sure
there. Anyways.
you would have.
You saw LaMarcus earlier this week, a center who's stretched
Yeah.
his game out beyond the three-point line. You see Bam at about tonight, who's functionally a point guard in some ways for them. How fast is that position evolving? And
You know, it's evolved. I don't know if it's still evolving, but you know, fives are shooting threes, fives are taking the ball off the floor. You know, Trez brings the ball up. Jokic is one of the best passers in the league. But you know, we had those years ago too, though. When you think about it, we didn't have five shooting threes, but we have always had great passing fives, and those guys are very hard to guard and deal with. And Bam is one of those guys. But, you know, it's just the league overall. It's just skilled. Every night, somebody else. Everybody is skilled now. You can't play this game anymore if you don't have great skill, you know, and it's probably the way it should be.
Doc, what was that interaction with you and Shammy? It seems like y'all talked at half, and then he hit about two or three straight threes.
Yeah, you know, I said, I'm the coach, shoot the ball. You know, really, no, our spacing was so bad in the first half, and I was just trying to get him and Jermichael and Lou and PG and Kawhi just to understand if you get to these spots, you stretch their zone and there's nothing they can do. And, you know, you have games sometimes where your players can't see it. And that's when the coach goes crazy. And today, at first half, I thought I was going to go nuts, you know, because it was there and we didn't see it. And I thought it was something simple. But then once they saw it, they really took advantage of it, and that was great.
Pat's injury, is it long-term? Does it look long-term?
I don't think so, but I don't honestly know, but I don't think so. Okay. I don't know.
Doc over here. Doc, you spoke about, you know, the shock of the zone, but felt like Kawhi's ability to be kind of a calming presence for you guys.
Yeah.
Can you just speak about his ability to never really get sped up no
Yeah,
matter
he's
what's
just
going on?
that every night. You're not going to speed Kawhi up. You're just not. No matter what they do, you're not. He's going to take his time. He's going to find guys. His passing is elite, you know, and, you know, I think, you know, before that, I don't think people knew that about him. You know, they knew he could score. They knew he could rebound. They knew he could defend. I don't think anyone has said Kawhi Leonard is an elite passer, and yet he is, and he's showing that every night for us.
Kind of jumping off that, Paul George had 10 assists tonight.
Yeah.
Have you seen his passing just evolved as he gets more rhythm, I guess?
Just more comfortable. You know, we're on him a lot about turnovers, you know, and so today, you know, he had the one bounce pass, and he was excited coming to the bench, and it was great because he has great vision as well. You know, PG played point guard his first 2 or 3 years in Indiana. Lou played point guard his first couple of years in the league. So we have guys that are playing different positions now, but have some point guard experience.
Doc, you guys are like, I believe, 16-0 when you out-rebound the other team. I can't help but think Pat Riley used to have a quote, no rebounds, no rings. How important is that?
Oh, it's vital, you know. Get the ball, don't give up the ball. You know, it's really that simple. And if you do that, you have a chance of winning.
You really need to make threes nowadays to win these games. How gratifying, satisfying to know that your team can make 24.
Yeah, well, we took a lot. I don't even know what we took, but it was more due to their zone and their switching and their trapping. But we have players who can make them, you know. And it was funny at halftime they were talking about, well, maybe we should drive more. And I said, no, maybe you should shoot more. You know, you're wide open, shoot the ball. they'll go in, and then the dries will come. It's usually the other way, with dries first, threes second. Tonight it was the exact opposite.
Doc, is the assist total and then the ball movement today, is that a sign of like the chemistry building on the
Yeah,
court?
it is. You can just see it each night, and also a sign when Shem gets a lot of shots. That means the ball is moving. He had 2 shots the other night, which I didn't like. So yeah, it's all that. I think our guys are simply hitting the open man, and that's the way we should play.
Doc 24, it's the club record in the threes made. That's the highest ever. Plus, it's 24.
I never knew that. By the way, somebody said that's Sham's career high with the Clippers is 23. That it? I'm going to talk to Sham. We got to do better than that. I'm surprised by that, honestly. I thought he had a bigger game than that. So in the past, so yeah, it's good. I mean, listen, let's keep breaking them. Let's keep breaking records and winning. I don't care about any record, but I do care about winning.
Do you feel like, I mean, you basically are a top 5 offense and defense in the NBA, but do you feel like you're even close to this team's full potential?
No, I don't. That's a good sign. Like, I love our record. But I just, and I keep saying it, we're going to get way better. I really believe that. We need to actually all be on the floor a little bit more, but you can feel it. You can feel each guy starting to find their place and how they can dominate their role. And when we get to that, then I think we're going to be really good. I'll let you know, hopefully late June.
Doc, when you look at this team, a lot of teams usually use 8 guys or something. You're utilizing this whole team, and the depth of this team is pretty unbelievable.
It's to our benefit, We have guys right now on minute restrictions as well, and so the fact that we can go 10 and 11 deep, my guess will help us later. Our guys will be fresher. They'll be more ready.
Sorry if it feels a bit weird, but I just got into town about 3 days ago, and I was expecting like a big rivalry between the Clippers and the Lakers.
Yeah.
I understand that there is a different atmosphere here, but I also talked to some people, and it doesn't feel like that. You've been part of a huge rivalry with the Lakers. Mm-hmm. Can you explain to an international audience a little bit what is the vibe around town?
I don't know. I think if you're a season ticket holder for either team, you're lucky. I think if you have those tickets where you get to go to both teams, you get to see 82 great games. The rivalry is more about winning a title. It's not with us. Listen, the Lakers are one of the teams in our way. We're a team in their way. But other than that, you guys decide who the rivalries are. We really don't. We just play the games, but they're in our way and we're in their way. So something's got to give. No fighting, no. Not in this day. Yeah, that's back in the 80s. Coach Fratello taught me right away. You know what Mike Fratello's first advice to me was as a coach? He said, listen, hit first. Never let them hit first. You hit first. And that was great advice.
Coach, you had 8 players in double figures.
Yeah.
24 three-pointers made, 35 assists. Which of these numbers are you most impressed by?
The 51% shooting. I think that's the key. All those numbers great when you're making shots. It's a make-miss league. But when you're making shots and you have assists like that, but only 11 turnovers, that means you're making great passes, guys are making shots, and the ball's moving.
There was one game, I forget when it was, but you left Paul in when he was in foul trouble, and he immediately picked up a foul. This was a while ago. Tonight he gets those 3 early fouls. What was different about the way he played in the second half to not incur more of those?
Who knows? He picked up a couple of silly ones, I thought, early. One I thought was a bad call, but, we didn't leave him in, though. We were going to risk getting the 4th. And, with the minute stuff, too, you can't risk leaving them in because, just with all our minute restrictions with our guys. So it was great that he was able to play. He played the whole third quarter, I think. That was also good to him because he hasn't done that since he's been back. So that was good as well. All right, guys. Thank you.